basically, honestly, how I feel about it is there are some double standards in the world that I think just should remain double standards, and this is one of them. I am sorry. I'm not very comfortable with white people being able to say the word nigga, A with an ER. It really doesn't matter to me. Just for instance, like, I'm not saying it's right, but like when a female cannot do the same thing a man can do. A man can, you know, I'm not saying that if a man sleeps with 10 girls, he's a pimp, or that's a good thing. But it is frowned upon way more. I won't lie, if I had a daughter and a son, and my daughter slept with 10 dudes and I knew about it, I would be really like, what the fuck is going on? If my son slept with 10 girls, I wouldn't love it, but I'd be less, you know what I'm saying? I would be less offended. And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I think it might be a double standard, but because
there are many double standards we have to just live with.
And we gotta accept it.
It is what it is.
And that's just me.
You know? But even today, if you look at it, the way cultures are, let's say, combining or evolving and changing, and you know, all these mixed people, you know, I could look white, but I could have a black dad or a black mom or something like that. And if I say it, if I look white, will I be disrespected? You know, when people think, why is he being disrespectful? Because he's not black, he doesn't look like it, but he is.
That's a good point. It's a lot of interbreeding right now. And that's just something we're gonna have to live with, you know, because what do we do? What is the solution? They do have black in them, their family, their relatives did suffer from
my son is biracial.
Is he?
So how am I, you know, that's something I think about. How am I going to approach that?
Right.
You know, him growing up, and like, how much am I going to use the word around him?
Exactly. That's something that needs to be considered. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But you got to think of it this way, like, eventually it's got to be something that, yeah, it's a part of history and it's always going to be a part of history, but it's something that you have to eventually, I guess, let go.
So do we let it go that Nas defended Gwyneth Paltrow? Like, you know, like while she was, you know, in Paris, tweeting niggas in Paris for real, and Nas came to her defense like, oh, she's cool, she can say it. So is that what you mean?
Well, it shouldn't be like, oh, somebody's cool, that they should just be able to say something like that. You know, I don't agree with that. And you know, maybe, you know, that's why he's defending her, obviously, because he doesn't want that to become a big issue. And he's like, you know what, if I'm behind her, maybe these other people that are behind me will be behind her.
And Nas being Nas, like, I just accept whatever he says just from his merit. Like, if he knows her personally and saying that she didn't have no bad intention,
way, or maybe she's
don't worry about it.
Yeah, but Nas knows that. I don't know that.
That's right.
But I mean, I know Nas's opinion. He's not gonna play around like
that. But that still doesn't make
it doesn't make you comfortable.
His assurance isn't gonna make you feel better.
Anybody else but someone like that that has that longevity.
I mean, the name of the song is "Niggas in Paris," so she was just like, "Niggas are in Paris."
Yeah, but
you go to somebody and they go, you know, what's the name of that song?
But really,
what do you
tweet
say?
"Niggas in Paris" for real? Like, I mean,
but that's the name of the song.
I know, but she's not talking about the song in that song. She's trying to be funny. She's trying to be like, yo, these niggas is in Paris. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know what
that's cool to me.
I know she loves hip hop.
We're getting respect. She noticed niggas are in Paris. She's there watching niggas.
I know she got lost in the moment. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate Gwyneth Paltrow for even doing it. I don't even hate her personally. But again, speaking back to something Emilio said earlier, she's in a position of so much influence, and because she's and they were like, oh, they letting Gwen say it, I'm gonna say it too, shit, you know. And that's, we gotta really be careful with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want that to become, again,
is typing the same as saying it.
Yes, it is the same. And because at the end of the day,
that's why Twitter gets so many people in trouble.
Like at the end of the day, a great point is, me, you, all four of us, we, at the end of the day, we cannot get rid of who we are, our skin complexion, because that's who they see us as. Gwen can say that shit all day and walk around and have no issues. But we gonna go in the store one day and somebody gonna be like, look at them. You know what I'm saying?
Look at them niggas.
Like you asked the question a while ago, can't we just leave it in the past? Like, no. Only because white people won't let us leave that in the past, because we're still reminded almost daily about racial tension and about racism existing. If they would let it go, then maybe we could.
But we have artists like this that are allowing it to be so global, and you know, putting it in their songs, and know that their whole fucking concert, they're gonna have 60 million people there, or whatever, 60,000 people, let's say, and then they drop the word and they say, I got my. In Paris, everyone's gonna say niggas, you know, and
even in the States.
Exactly, it's not gonna matter who it is or who's out there.
So what does that mean? I mean, is that just
that means
for that moment, or
no? I mean, that means that, you know, these people are trying to make it so it loses that you know, disrespect behind the word. They want it to be another word, like you said, like a dude, like a bro, like something that people can say and you just look at it and be like, oh, what's up, nigga?
Do you ever call a black person nigga out of disrespect? I do sometimes.
Yeah, out of aggression, like
Right,
You're angry, like I said.
Yeah.
But niggas like that kind of word. It's like, oh, these crazy niggas. Or it's
Yeah,
like, this
yeah, exactly.
You
You can flip it.
know what I'm saying?
It's such a
That's
powerful
why I
word.
said
It's
it's
like
casual
calling a
now.
girl
It's like
cunt.
dude or homie.
Like
Oh,
that kind
wow.
of stuff,
Yeah.
calling her a cunt. If you're mad, that angry, you put the power behind it.
Right.
You have to
Right.
put the power behind
Yep.
it to become something that someone can physically
Exactly.
disrespect.
Or females referring to another female with bitch.
You're
You
right.
say like, oh, this bitch, or
Right. You're like, oh, that's my bitch.
Right, exactly.
Right,
It's like
right,
saying,
right,
it's like, oh, that nigga, or it's like, oh, that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Exactly.
see, it's all about intending.